This is the best version of the new Civic to buy. I'll include a link to the Honda and Murray's website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Powering this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder paired to a CVT. Fuel economy is 31 around town, 39 on the highway, with power outputs being 150 horsepower and then 133 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now this metallic gray I still think is one of the best colors on the Civic. It really pops. It also happens to work well with the new headlight design, and then again it's pretty minimalist for the front end, which makes the Civic look a lot more mature, just a lot sharper overall. I prefer this to the previous gen. Tire and wheel setup is 235 by 40 by 18. The wheels are completely blacked out with the Sport package. Same thing with the mirror caps. And those blacked out elements work a lot better with the overall design of the Civic and just makes it look more premium. When it comes to key fob features, we have lock unlock, remote start, the opening for the trunk, and then the Honda logo on the back. We've got these tabs to fold down the seats, and when it comes to storage space, it's pretty good. Again, this is the sedan version. I still haven't had a chance to review the 26 hatchback. That'll come in the near future, hopefully. But the sedan's still pretty good. The Sport badge there, pretty sharp looking taillights, and I think they need to black out the Honda badges. Come on. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Civic Sport. Let's check out the interior. We've got cloth trim here on the door panel. And then the seats have cloth in the center, but then there's actually vinyl on the sides. Or at least it looks like kind of like a vinyl, fake leather, whatever you call it. Anyways, legroom here on the back is pretty good. And then the headroom, it's not massive, but it works. Keyless entry for up front, and let's pop in. We do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then down below you've got your controls for the window. Front two windows are automatic, and then more cloth trim on the armrest. Got that same setup of cloth in the center and then the fake leather on the sides. Manual adjustments for the seats. And boom! Soft touch trim all around the steering wheel with the Honda logo front and center, and you got some nice black trim at the bottom. Adaptive cruise control with your lane centering on the right side. You do have paddles on the back steering wheel. Here's a better look at that. And then on the left side, you've got your volume, voice command controls for the little center screen. Here's a quick look at that screen. Shows you basic vehicle information. You can change what is displayed within the screen itself, so it's pretty customizable. Backup camera in reverse, decent resolution. Now you do have analog controls with this little infotainment system. It is also a touchscreen. It's pretty basic with its functionality. Got nice trim on the top of the dash, and then you have the cool vent design down below where it goes all across. And then finish on the controls is nice as well. Automatic climate, but just single zone climate. Got some USB ports with a 12 volts, a little bit of storage in front of the shifter here. Some fun trim around the cup holders. Drive mode select. We've got our auto stop, start, parking brake, and brake hold in that area too. Cloth trim in the center console. Storage inside, and then we just have a manual mirror dimmer. 2026 Civic Sport, 28,200. Let's see how the Civic Sport performs. Let us set off in the Sport. See how this goes. I really do think this is pretty much the Civic sweet spot because it looks good. It's got nice interior. You know, it's missing some features from the higher up packages, but this has pretty much everything you'd want in a car. And although the hybrid's awesome, this is less money than the hybrid. Still gets good fuel economy. Kind of underrated in a way. Now, the hybrid's power delivery's, yeah, it's a lot sharper. It's quite a bit quicker, quite a bit more exciting. But this is great. This is, in my opinion, more than enough power. It's pretty quiet too. How thick is the glass in this thing? I mean, for an economy car, it's nothing crazy, but it's decent. It's got some decent insulation. And going over the bumps and everything, it's pretty comfortable. It's got a pretty nice ride. So that part of it's Pretty well done. And these seats are comfortable too. Honda does a pretty good job with their seat ergonomics. Yeah, these modern commuter cars are really good. I think the problem is, not the problem, but part of this is, I don't think people realize these are not like full luxury cars, but they're pretty luxurious for what they are. And so people that wouldn't necessarily consider a Civic probably should, if you're doing the commuting stuff. Oh, this train. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. And we finally have freedom. Does this have a sport mode? Yeah, it does have a sport mode. Try that out. Not bad. Wouldn't call this fast ever. Thank goodness we're going this way and not that way, right? Yeah, not bad. It's got pretty good power. It's got pretty good power. Man, that is a line if I've ever seen one. This is why we need to stop inviting people to Utah. Too many people. Too many people. This is a nice car. It gets good fuel economy. It's got a nice interior. It's comfortable. It's relatively quiet. Yeah, it even has fancy looking pedals. Should have shown that in the walk around, but you've got like a nice kind of metallic finish on the pedals. So it just feels more upscale. I think that Honda did a good job with this whole setup. So let me know your thoughts on the Civic Sport. But I think this is the sweet spot for the Civic because it's the most affordable, best looking, economical Civic thing. Because the base model is not bad. It does save you a little bit of money, but this is where it's at. You get the looks, you get the fuel economy, and you still get a pretty reasonable price tag. Let me know your thoughts. Set off in the Sierra EV-AT4. I already reviewed the Chevy version, the Trail Boss, so I'm sure this will drive identically. And you know, I just don't know who's in the market for almost $100,000 electric pickup truck. You guys can see the Hummers. I mean, I'll just say it right out of the gate. Like, the Hummers, they started, you know, initially they were very hot, obviously, because everyone wanted the new thing, because everyone always wants the new thing. But once they had been out for a minute, everything cooled off, and now it's like they sit for a while, unless there's a crazy lease deal. And then if there's a crazy lease deal, then some people will come in. But that seems to be kind of the trend with electric cars, is unless there's some crazy deal on them, people aren't really jumping to get them. Outside of like the smaller stuff, like you know, like the Equinox EV, for example. And I think that they should probably do like a GM version of that, right? Because you've got the Sierra and the Hummer,